Hi, thank you for joining me today at Bedtime Books and Toddler Toys. In today's story time, we're going to be reading an Usborne Peek Inside a Fairy Tale, Cinderella. Let's begin. Once upon a time, a prince was throwing a grand party, a ball. He sent an invitation to every single house in the city, from the very richest to the very poorest. A girl named Cinderella lived there with her two selfish stepsisters. "Can I come too?" Cinderella asked them. "Certainly not," shrieked the stepsisters. "You're too dirty and ragged to come with us." Poor Cinderella. Her selfish stepsisters went to the ball without her. She sat down on the doorstep and sobbed. "Oh, I wish I could go to the ball." Just then, something extraordinary happened. With a tinkle and a whoosh, a fairy godmother appeared. "You shall go to the ball," she cried. "Let's see. First, I'll need you to help me find a pumpkin." So Cinderella took her to the pumpkin patch. There, the fairy chose the biggest pumpkin, 2 white mice, and a nice green toad, and turned them into a golden carriage with 2 white horses and a driver dressed in all green. "But I still can't go," said Cinderella sadly. "I have nothing to wear." The fairy waved her magic wand and Cinderella's rags were transformed. "Here are some glass slippers too," the fairy added. "But the magic will only last until midnight," warned the fairy godmother. "Don't stay too late." The carriage took Cinderella all the way to the palace. It looked so pretty, Cinderella went inside. Everyone stared as Cinderella entered the room, and her stepsisters didn't even recognize her. The prince asked her to dance, and together they danced the night away. Suddenly, Cinderella heard the clock chime midnight. "I have to go," she cried, and ran down the palace steps. She was in such a hurry, she left one of her glass slippers behind. The magic was starting to fade. Quickly, she hopped in and the carriage drove away. The prince rushed out of the palace after her and picked up the glass slipper. "Wait," he called, but the carriage had already gone. "I don't even know your name," he murmured sadly. "I will try this slipper on every girl's foot. Whoever it fits, I shall ask to marry me." The next day, the prince went through the city asking each girl to try on the slipper, but it didn't fit any of them. He came to the last, poorest house. Cinderella's stepsisters tried the slipper on, but they couldn't make it fit. "Does anyone else live here?" asked the prince. "No," said the stepsisters. "Yes," called Cinderella from inside. Of course, the glass slipper was a perfect fit for Cinderella. "Will you marry me?" asked the prince. "I will," said Cinderella. And they lived happily ever after. The end. Thank you for reading with me today. What is your favorite part of the Cinderella story? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for joining me. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.